everyone, I hope you're all well. Welcome to the channel and a big thank you as always for tuning into today's video. So today on the channel, I'm super excited to get this content out to you guys for two reasons. Number one, I've not posted a video for a while, and number two, it's the first bit of car content that I've actually created after all them months of me saying, you know, I'm going to get some car content on the channel. Finally decided to order some parts. Some of them arrived this morning, which gives me some more content to make. But for the first of many videos, guys, I just want to show you around the car today and let you see basically where we're up to, what I've been doing to it so far. Everything that you see other than the bodywork has been done by myself. I fit everything, I repair things myself. And yeah, you know, this build is not only just going to be something for you guys to follow along with and watch the progress, but I know a lot of people are getting into this platform of car at the moment, like the is200, for example, you know, the is300 like this one, and the Toyota Altezza. They're all becoming very, very sought after cars, and quite rightly so. They are awesome cars, you know, the rear wheel drive, all of them are rear wheel drive. They've all got their own good points, bad points, whatever. But yeah, they are a lovely motor. So I've had 3 of these cars so far. 2 of them have been the 3 litres like this one, and I've had one is200, which is the 2 litre, and that was a manual one, and that's what made me want to put a manual gearbox in this. So that's the end goal: clean car, turbo, manual swap, and everything refreshed. So not only, like I say, is it something for you to follow along with, but it's also tutorials for people who might be new into mechanics and stuff like that. I'm by no means a mechanic, but I know my way around a toolbox, and I definitely know my way around a car, and I definitely know my way around the jobs that we're going to be doing on this car. So anyway, guys, without further ado, without further waffling, let's go and take a look around this 2002 300. And just bear in mind there is a lot of bodywork going on, so yeah. So anyway, let's go and get it. And here she is, guys. Told you she doesn't look too clever, but at the moment you can see we're getting the bumper ready for paint. The side skirts are in primer, ready for paint. The big crease in the door's gone now, ready for paint. And guess what? The back bumper's done, ready for paint. Well, it's not actually, because you know I'm getting all the scratches fixed, what a lot of the kids have done, and even in the preparation process, they're still putting scratches up my car. Quick interior check. Another one of my favourite parts of this car, all black leather interior. It's got the nice purple suede on the door cards. The sound system in this car is amazing for its age, really punchy bass. It can hold high volume without crackling, so yeah, really impressed with that. It has got a couple of little cheeky extras in the car that seem like nothing, but they genuinely are extras, which are the armrest and that little cubby box above the heater vents there. This car did come with like just a little tray. It was just literally just a bit of a flat piece without the lid, so I removed that and I took that out of another Lexus that I got out of a scrapyard. Jobs are good in. And yeah, these little cushions don't come, the junction produce ones, they don't come with the car. I actually bought those off eBay because I didn't want to spend the JDM money on the JDM ones because they were absolutely ridiculous. So you've got speakers in the front door cards. There's no speakers in the rears that I can see, but you do have the big parcel shelf speakers. And yeah, leg room in the back. I'm 5'10", and this is where my seat is positioned when I'm driving, and there's not much leg room, so they are quite a smallish car, to be honest, guys. When you've parked this next to like a 5 Series, a modern 5 Series, you know, they look tiny, these things. So yeah, it's not the biggest car, but yeah, it's still equally pretty nice. You've got cup holders in the back, 2 cup holders in the front, that have that annoying thing where you can't put any size drink in without pulling it up and pulling the actual holder out with it, which is pretty annoying. But yeah, Lexus life. And yeah, that's about it. Got some little boo kits in the back door, but they're about as useful as a chocolate fireman, especially when you've got kids. Kids aren't allowed to use them. Kids put disgusting things in little places. Ask me how I know. Still got to clean this up. Oh, I can't even look at that. Skittles melted in my door card. Awesome. But just one thing I want to show you guys quickly before we move on to the next bit of the car is the thing I love about having a car that come in so many different forms and so many different this, that and the other, that when you come to manual swap this car, that little shape there is already sort of ready for you to drill it through to put the clutch master cylinder on for the manual swap. And then on the block, because you can't see it from here, but right down on the block, I might be able to see it later when I take the wheel off to on the next video to lower the car. You know, there's actually the oil feed bung sort of already there to be drilled and tapped. You know, they've not made a totally different bottom end with no, you know, thing on it for the oil feed, so that's awesome. So you can just drill it and tap it yourself, and then you've got your oil feed. So yeah, really cool little things with these cars when you're doing work on them yourselves, and I found it just that interesting owning it and the things I've learned about cars since I've been working on this. But yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. So for wheels, we're running 18-inch Pro Drive by OZ. I believe these are limited edition wheels that came on Subarus. I've had 2 sets of these wheels now, this being my second set. When I had my first is300, it did have these wheels on, and I like them that much, I went and bought another set for this one. So they're going to be getting painted a slightly darker colour of grey soon, and all refurbed. This one's a pretty good wheel, hence why I'm recording this one, because the rest of them have been curbed. I'm not saying who. This is a quick body kit check, guys. This car was factory fitted with the TTE front bumper that you see here. It's a much more aggressive look than the standard bumper that these cars come with. Now you can get a couple of different bumpers for these, such as this one, which is the TTE. Then the side skirts are actually off a different kit, which is the Toyota Racing Development kit. So when you move around the back, you'll see the matching rear lip, which is also a TTE, so Toyota Team Europe. I just think that just gives it a really nice look on the back end. But the other kits you can get for these cars, other than the bog standard one, are the TRD, which looks like this, which actually has those skirts on. And then you can get the TRD Neo V1 front bumper, which is this one, which is actually my other favourite one. So out of all the kits you can get without going wide body and getting like a big Greddy wide boy kit, you know, I think that the TTE front bumper, in my personal opinion, and the TRD Neo, not the standard TRD kit, look the best. Yeah, so that's the body kit, guys. But the difference in this car when it's all painted and colour coded, I'll put a picture of my old Lexus up here so you can see what it'll look like roughly when it's all painted. So moving on to the business end, guys, this is the reason why myself and many people like me have jumped on getting these cars. It is the 2JZ GE VVTi that they come with. Now it is a 3 litre straight 6, it is a very thirsty engine, and I'll be totally honest with you, as it sits right now, it is not anywhere near powerful enough to be consuming the amount of fuel that it consumes. Like, I'm not going to lie, yes, the nippy cars, they are pretty quick, you know, especially on the motorway, you can get, you know, some nice pulls out of them, but as it stands, I don't think it uses the amount of fuel it should, considering the performance it puts out, if that makes sense. I just don't think it's fast enough for the amount of fuel it uses. But anyway, that's all going to change when we dump even more fuel into it and turbo it. Now, just a quick few facts about this engine. This is the weakest one out of the 3, with it being the VVTi. That's not all doom and gloom though, because I have seen people do pretty cool things with the VVTi cam gear when they've boosted the car, and they're doing tuning, you know, fine tuning later on after the car's been all set up properly. You know, they get some pretty cool figures, and then they can, you know, advance the valve timing or whatever, and they play about with it, whatever they do, all that science that they do with it. You know, it's a bit past my skill set, that, but you know, it's awesome the things I've seen people do, so I am pretty excited to see what we'll do with this one. So yeah, it is the weakest one. It does have the thinnest rods, but like I say, with a little bit of love, a little bit of time, and a little bit of money, well, a lot of money thrown at it, you'll have a perfectly good 2JZ, which is just as good as the other two. Now the other two, very quickly, is basically one of them's the same as this. It's a non-turbo, except it doesn't have the VVTi, but it does have much thicker rods, so you can actually push that engine to 600 brake without changing the internals, which is awesome. This one will do about 350 brake, and then it'll probably shit the bed, so we don't want that to happen. And then you've got the 2JZ GTE, and as we all know, we've seen people get sort of 1,000 brake out of those without opening the engine up and replacing anything. So all in all, they are very strong engines. You know, they're a big, you know, big iron block. There is a few differences in them all, but at the end of the day, it is a 2J, and it is definitely worth throwing some money at, because it is definitely cheaper to build that than it would be for me to go out and buy a 2JZ GTE or a 1JZ GTE. So you've got all that potential, then paired up with rear wheel drive and a limited slip diff. Not being funny, guys, this is going to be an absolute weapon when it's finished, and I cannot wait to show you guys that final video where it's all finished. and we can go for an absolute burn in it and absolutely rip the tyres off the thing. Right everyone, so I'm going to wrap the video up now. I hope you've enjoyed the content. Like I say, it was just a brief show around the car to let you guys know what we're working with. I'm going to go and get the tools out now and get busy with lowering it. So I can't wait to show you guys on the next video what it looks like when it's been dropped 35mm. Obviously I'll be able to lower it today, but I might actually show you guys tomorrow because the car needs time to settle properly and sit where it wants to sit. But yeah, it's been a pleasure guys, as always. Thank you for watching today's video, and to those of you who've been subscribed for a while, thank you for your patience, and the next video will be up very shortly. So take care guys, have a lovely day, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.